Hello and welcome friends to a mod showcase video for Total War Warhammer 3. The main mod we will be looking at today is named Slaanesh Vassal Cults, created by the mod author TDKillen. Huge thank yous and credits go to the mod author for putting in the creative efforts in the mechanics and also overall making the vassal system for Slaanesh way more fun and engaging. Now, for newer fans of the game, the mod can be found on the Steam Total War Warhammer workshop, and I will leave a link to the mod both in the video description and in the pinned comments section at the very top. A couple of side notes before we delve into the mod and its features is the author has said it is only compatible with the Slaanesh race faction and not specifically for Slaanesh leaning Warriors of Chaos factions. Now, this means, for example, in the base game, only Nakari will have access to it and not Sigvald or Azazel. It also works for any other Slaaneshi factions unlocked by other mods, as we'll see here. For added fun, I am using the Sect of Akali mod that adds a Slaanesh faction to the regions of Ind and Kuresh, aka Warhammer India, and yes, I will leave a link to that mod in the description because both the featured mod that we're showcasing and that mod itself pair very well together. Speaking of Kuresh and Ind, please let me know in the comments and let's get a discussion going where all of you think the upcoming Slaanesh DLC Lord Dechala the Denied Ones campaign will start in. I have made a YouTube short video speculating she will start in Ind or Kuresh or even Southern Cathay as she is fighting Jade Warriors in the demo video. Plus, it's a relatively empty area in the vanilla game, so it would make a lot of sense for her to have a start position there in order to expand with little to no resistance until she does reach mainland Cathay. Or also, another person in the comments for that YouTube short did say that Tor Elisor, which are islands off the coast of Ind and Kuresh, could be her starting position to kill the high elf colonies there and either launch attacks into Cathay or eventually travel all the way to Altwan. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. That is only just my speculation, so if you all have different or preferred locations over what I think, please do let me know because I do love having these in-depth conversations with you all and also seeing where things go for the actual DLC factions. Alright, on to the mod itself. Both the mod author and I agree vassals in the base game feel dull and lackluster, which is disappointing since they are one of the core features of the Slaanesh race with their domination mechanic. Adding to that, vanilla vassals don't contribute much in either offense or defense and don't provide any major income bonuses to the players. They are essentially just passive. This mod offers the solution of letting the player develop the vassal cities as if they had conquered those settlements themselves, while the vassal still provides all the flavor of still quote-unquote being alive and owning its own land in name alone. Now, let's go through the mod features of your vassals, and the vassal I will be showcasing here is the modded Dark Elf faction, the Corsairs of Spite, added in by the Immortal Empire's expanded mod by Chaos Robbie. I was previously at war with them, but through shrewd diplomacy and gifting back one of their major settlements after a couple of defeats I handed off to them, I ironically conquered it too beforehand. After all of that, I will make them my devoted servants. When a Slaaneshi faction gains a new vassal, a new type of cult is immediately created in every single one of the vassal settlements, as seen with the messages here. And yeah, this is just a few turns in my campaign playthrough, but you can already see a snowball effect here. The cult functions like a normal Slaanesh settlement with the ability to recruit lords and heroes, a main settlement chain that unlocks new tiers of buildings as well as other buildings that provide unit recruitment, income, and additional garrison units for defense. It's as if the settlement had been conquered by the player instead. This is extremely powerful as you essentially get the best of both worlds of not feeling like you have to manage a settlement directly under your rulership, yet you still reap the benefits of income from those settlements owned by your servants while also gaining infrastructure bonuses with the cult buildings and being able to recruit units and lords from your vassalized cities for convenience. And this could play a major role in the campaign map as well in terms of having that, I said, convenience to pop up armies at will, or if you're on the border of a potential enemy faction. Now, specifically, I like this kind of engaging mechanic. As in the vanilla game, I think we can all agree as players we've experienced most of our vassals just quote-unquote sitting there and setting and forgetting them in terms of just gifting them settlements that don't necessarily have use for us in our playthroughs, but we just give them to our servants for those meager minor incomes. Having this empire building mechanic through the mod really makes it feel like you have true rulership and not just leaving your vassals as afterthoughts. Now, bear in mind, however, cults are destroyed and created dynamically as the vassal loses and gains territory, so if you're at war with someone and your vassal is attacked, they may lose the settlement, and if the settlement is lost, so is your cult. But if the settlement is reconquered, a new cult will immediately be formed. Adding to these buffs, when a vassal cult is created, it starts as the same tier as the settlement it is spawned in. It also tries to fill the cult with buildings that are vaguely the same as the ones as the settlement, but some slots, however, will be empty. And additionally, when a cult's main building is upgraded, new building slots will automatically be added to the cult. There is also a new resource called Cult Growth that's added to all Slaanesh factions. It functions very similar like normal growth, but separately for your vassal cults, and it's treated as a global resource. It is largely because the game does not allow buildings to cost province-wide resources. Now, there's a few additional notes from the mod author in terms of functionality before playing with this mod. Some buildings have had their effects slightly changed compared to their standard counterparts, either because of the restrictions that come with being a cult in a foreign settlement or for balancing reasons. And if a Slaanesh faction already controls a normal cult in a settlement, that is then made into a vassal settlement, either through actual vassalization or conquests, the cult itself will be removed in favor of the modded vassal cult. Alright my friends, that has been my showcase video for the Slaanesh Vassal Cults, which I recommend to all the Slaanesh fans out there, whether you want to run a new Nakari playthrough having more use for your elven vassals, be they minor, or if you really want to have ambition and vassalize Alariel or Tyrion, or if you even want a more exotic campaign as the Sect of Akali to build your Far East Slaaneshi Empire as seen here. Again, massive thank yous to the mod author, and please do check out the mods for yourself. And please also let me know how your playthroughs go with this. Even with the Slaanesh DLC on the horizon, I definitely feel like this mod is going to be a must-have complement to the new lords and units that will be added by the DLC pack. And as always, I would love to hear from all of you some of your own personal favorite mods from the Steam Workshop to complement this one, or standalone mods for your playthroughs, my friends. I know this is one of my shorter videos compared to my longer Let's Play videos, so do let me know as well in the comments if you would have liked to hear me talk more about certain features or expand on those, or if you think this was a good, concise showcase of the video. Any and all feedback is greatly appreciated. Speaking of Let's Plays, I would really love to start up a playthrough as the Sect of Akali with this mod, as both that faction and my Dark Elf vassals I think would make for an interesting narrative campaign of conquering the Far East. Thank you for checking out this mod and for watching the videos wherever you are in the world. Until then, I'll save you all a seat at the table for the next adventure.